We're just going to be doing the raid on normal. When we do endgame raids as teaching raids, we just do low difficulties because, you know, we want you guys to be able to focus on learning and not having to stress out about like staying alive and stuff. So go ahead and step in on normal when you're ready. And so I want to know what everybody's experience with this raid. Like for those of you who are signed up to learn it, is this your first time or you've done it a few times and you're still learning? Yes, the orbs do respawn. Thanks for asking that. I forgot to say that earlier. I think it takes a minute or two, but yeah, they do respawn. The raid entrance will lock out once we get it started, and there's a secondary lockout. Everybody's in. Let's go ahead and get our final buffs. The secondary lockout is a barrier that comes up across a doorway once we get things started, once the boss spawns. But that barrier will come down so you can get back in here and talk to Flamewind. I didn't show this in the first run, but I think you got to talk... Isn't there like a device down here or something? Like a crafting device or something?
Yeah. Behind that, over here.
Ah, yes. Okay, so there's an esoteric table here. And I guess you can upgrade some of the weapons or something. I haven't used this system yet. But it does require the legendary dust that you get with the Steps' lenses, which I didn't explain the first time because it's not really part of the raid, but I guess the ingredients are necessary to do some of the item upgrading. I think I'll explain that system on the live stream maybe after the raid. Go ahead and go up the spiral stairs. There's a doorway at the top. There'll be a barrier that comes across that doorway once we get things started. So you want to make sure everybody is past that barrier before you start activating, before you start the raid, which you start the raid by talking to the NPC down here. But I want us to do a walk around real quick. It's a very small raid. I just want you to, we're just going to walk around the whole raid so you can, open up the whole map. You can see this is the whole raid. It's a very short raid. It only takes about 10 minutes from start to finish. But this will take a little bit longer because, we're going to be explaining things. And we're going to be demonstrating some additional mechanics to, that way what, we don't want to just teach you like how the raid's supposed to go. We want to show you what happens when things go wrong. And when you jump over the edge, after the raid's over and before the raid started, you just appear, back at the top. But if you jump over the edge during the raid, you die. Or if you get pushed over the edge. So once you talk to this NPC, it'll start the raid. But we need to assign a couple of trash killers first. So the way trash works is there's going to be two
trash.
Okay, cool. DJ Grub, and I want one of the first timers to do trash too. So the trash killers are going to involve running around the zone the entire time and killing dretches and vrocks, and they can be insta-killed. So is there one of the first timers that would like to do trash duty? Okay, so DJ Grub and Dark Demon will be on trash. And so there's going to be big dretches, and when they die, they're going to explode. When they're killed, they'll put down a red ring, and anybody in that red ring a few seconds later will take fire damage on the explosion. And then the Vrocks do a Dance of Doom. And for every living Vrock in the zone, everybody's taking damage. So the more Vrocks that are in the zone, the more damage everybody's taking. So you want to, those are pretty high priority kills. They start stacking up. It's going to get overwhelming. And there's going to be red dots on the map that indicate the location of the Vrock. So if you want to keep your map open, if you're on trash duty, that's cool. So if you're on trash duty for the entire raid, you're just roaming around the zone killing trash. And we usually like to assign 2 people on trash. All right, we're going to go ahead and talk to the NPC, get it started. And Lumi is going to be tanking for us. So it's going to say approach the rift. You can see there's a rift floating in the air straight across from us. And in a moment, a Balor, which is a very powerful demon, is going to come out of it. Demon DR is cold iron and good. They're also, demons are immune to electric, but you can overcome the electric immunity if you have the ability to do so, like if you're an electric alchemist or an electric sorc, for example.
The is also immune to fire, rest of the demons are not. Will take electric damage.
What did you say, Chief?
It does take electric damage.
No, it's immune to electric. It does take fire damage.
Does it take emotional damage?
I don't know. Ask him.
No, it doesn't take fire damage. It's Balor. It's special. It doesn't take fire
Oh,
damage.
I'm sorry. Okay, he's immune to fire. My bad. There's gonna be these
He literally bathes himself in fire.
These are gonna be Ryzia ice orbs around the zone. Please do not break them. Those are for a special mechanic that we're gonna be demonstrating later. So we need those. They will respawn, but it takes a minute or two. So our tank is going to turn the Balor away from us. You should be attacking the Balor from behind. He has some special attacks. One of them is he's going to hold his sword above his head and then do a straight line electrical attack. All right, DPS in. And there's going to be a rectangle on the floor indicating the path of that electrical attack. So basically you don't want to be in that path. It's pretty intense even on normal. There's no death timer on normal. There is like a 1.5-minute death timer on higher difficulties. There's some rocks spawning. Oh, that healing wall is a little bit too far away. And he jumps just like that, and everybody's gonna, everybody around him is gonna take fire damage. So if you jump, there's a straight line electrical attack. If you jump, when he hits the ground, then you won't take that damage. All right, he ports at certain, levels of health. And you can see he's putting up a fire ring now. You'll take damage when you pass through or if you're standing in it. That barrier, that acts as a barrier, the ring of fire acts as a barrier. You cannot heal through it or cast spells through it or do ranged attacks through it. So if you want to affect the boss or the party members that are on the boss, you need to be inside the fire barrier, the flame ring.
Well, be inside the barrier, not on top of the barrier.
Yes, I found that out the hard way the other day. Like, why did I die? Oh, I guess this fire was doing damage to me. I saw you say that, Zyvon, right at the end. Well, I saw you said you did a complete reinstall. It's a DirectX issue. If you don't beat the boss down fast enough, a fire shield's gonna come up and he's gonna get all fiery. And he's gonna have massive DR. At that point, the way that you eliminate his DR is by taking the boss over to one of the Ryzia ice orbs and breaking it near him. That'll bring down his fire shield. When he does get the fire shield, you want to back off DPS and let the tank take him over to a Ryzia ice orb. So we're going to demonstrate that to you right now. I want you to slow down DPS. Slow down DPS. We want to let the boss's fire shield come up. See, he did a pretty good amount of fire damage with that jump. Also, if your stacks, you're going to get stacks of like a fire dot, and if they start to get too overwhelming, you can go to a Ryzia ice orb and break it, and that'll take down your fire dot. So we're just going to kind of chill. I just want you to see what that fire shield looks like when he has DR. But you can go ahead and DPS the boss, just do it kind of slow. we want you to see these mechanics now in these teaching raids, so that you know
Yeah.
you understand what to do. What'd you say, buddy?
He has it now.
He has the fire shield.
Okay, so back off DPS, and our tank is going to take him over to one of the Ryzia ice orbs.
Junior, can I put something out here?
Yeah.
Pets and summons are bad in this raid because they have a tendency to attack the ice support, the iceberg. So. Not a good
Oh
idea to
yeah,
bring
that's a
here
good
or
point.
use
Summons aren't the
summon.
best. Summons and pets aren't really good in here because they're going to attack the
You can
ice
attack him
orbs.
again.
DPS can go in. He broke the ice orb on the boss. Brings down his fire shield DR. Okay, now he's going to port again. And the level of health is fixed to determine when he ports, and he ports to the same locations every time. It's not like he's randomly porting around. Alright, we just want to beat him down as fast as possible, preferably before his fire shield DR comes up. There's Lori Lilith, viewer Lori Lilith is asking at how many stacks of fire should you go remove them. So if you have the fire dots, then basically there's no set number of stacks. It's like whenever it's becoming overwhelming for you. Or preferably before it's getting overwhelming.
I had 11 stacks before I went to the ice off when I was on field. I don't suggest that doing that on DPS. I would say something like 5, and you should start removing.
So I'll demonstrate that for the stream. Okay, see, I've got 6 stacks of the fire. Oh, there's no orbs out right now. Gonna demonstrate that on the stream, but there are no orbs right now. Oh, here's one.
There's an orb behind us.
All right, see, I just hit the orb and it brought down the fire shield, the fire dot on me.
Yes, Williams.
Okay, we need to back off DPS and let our tank take him over to Ice Orb. There's an orb right there spawned next to you.
You can go away.
He held me.
All right, you're good to go. We brought down his fire shield, and you can DPS him again.
Yes, I feel like it. Oh wait, no.
All right, he's boarding for the final time at this point. Success of the raid is guaranteed, but we can earn an extra chest by beating him down before he explodes, and we have 2 minutes to do that. I've never seen that happen, but at this point he's only at 5% health, so it's really easy to, like, you know, beat that last little bit down. If you made it this far, you should be able to beat him down that last bit in under 2 minutes. But I guess he explodes and kills everybody if you don't, and then you lose out on the extra chest. That's what DDO Wiki says anyways.
If it's on the internet, it must be true.
That's what I always say. And this is the whole raid, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Happy to answer questions, or if you think of questions later, I'm going to be live streaming for about another half hour or so. On DDOstream, I'm streaming. And if it was your first run, congratulations. If you're a first timer, you can go ahead and open the chests. Help yourself. There are 2 of them. I said if you have any questions, please ask. And High Lords, thank you so much for helping out with this event. So we showed in the second run, we showed the the little crafting device in the basement there at the entrance, and you need the dust that comes from hidden chests throughout some of the Vecna quests, or some of the Morgrave quests. I think there might be 1 or 2 in the other Morgrave. I'm not sure. There's definitely some of them. Definitely some in the Vecna quests. And there's these special hidden chests that you can't see unless you have a special set of goggles called, like, Steps's lenses of seeing secret stuff. These things right here. Steps's lenses of seeing hidden hand secrets. And the way that you get these, so you have to put these on in order to see the chest. You cannot loot the chest that has that special dust to upgrade raid stuff without it. The way that you get these is a unique mechanic. So there's this person here named Steps Oblis, this weapon vendor here. And when you talk to Steps, every day it will advance the dialogue. The dialogue will change every single day. And if you talk to Steps on 12 different days, well, actually, it's 11 different, after 11 days, and you don't have to do it consecutive days. And if you reincarnate, it resets things. So, but after the 11th day, Step says, "Oh, hey, I'm onto something here. Can you get a book for me that I need? I can make you some cool goggles." So then you got to go into the entrance of the first quest, the one in the library, whatever that one's called. And right around the corner, there's a book. And you don't even need to fight anything. You don't have to do the quest. It's just like straight ahead and around the corner to the right. You go pick up the book, you walk right back out of the quest, you bring the book to Steps, and then Steps is like, okay, come back tomorrow, and I'm going to make you some cool goggles. And then after that 12th day, you get these things. And these things are going to do two things. They're going to let you see those hidden chests and loot them for the special dust in some of the Vecna quests. And those hidden chests, those secret chests, are in fixed locations, so you can look them up online. And these goggles will also help you see a special crafting device that's up and hidden up in the rafters up here. If you come up here onto the rafters, there's actually a secret hidden crafting device right here. Okay, it's even on the map. If you open up the map, you'll see that it says crafting, or yeah, crafting device right there. But yet when you come up here, it looks like there's nothing there. But if you're trying to walk, you see like something's blocking your path. See that? Something's blocking your path. And you can see it's being outlined by my bloody footprints. Right? But if you put the goggles on, you can see the altar. And this is going to let you buy special gear. And you're going to need that special dust. There's 4 different kinds of dust. There's dust of vile darkness, dust of... Oh, no, excuse me. Black dust of vile darkness, gray dust of vile darkness, crimson dust of vile darkness, and golden dust of vile darkness. So you need to collect those in order to craft this special stuff. And you need the goggles to even see or interact with the crafting device. These goggles are level 1 and they are bound to account. So you don't need to do this. You don't need to do the whole talk to Steps obelisk thing on every character. Just do it on one character. You can even do it on a bank tune or a mule. Because like I said, they're bound to account. So once you get them, you can move into whatever character you want. And let's see. Oops, I didn't mean to go to the general vendor. Steps obelisk is over here. Okay, now it looks like an option. Let's see. I need another set of goggles. So once you get it, it looks like Steps will give you as many sets as you want. Oh, I guess Steps will give you 1 extra set a day. So again, you don't need to do this on every tune.